What's going on out there in YouTube and Rumble Land? How's everybody doing? Everybody doing decent, pulling through, getting through this full moon? Because in 2 weeks we got a new moon coming through. Oh yes, fun times. Astrology always keeps you on your toes. That's for damn sure. Kind of why I understand astrology, but not like an astrologer, because that's just, no, not my cup of tea. Starting out with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody putting that ego aside. That's what I'm getting with that Two of Pentacles. Starting to do the stuff that makes you feel out of your comfort zone. From what I hear, 1:11 on the clock. From what I hear, that's what this full moon is supposed to be doing. So, once again, I'm just a reader. I don't really pay attention to astrology. I know enough to know the basics. So, but thank you for all the likes, the views, the shares, the subs, the donations, everything. It all helps. Thank you so very much. I am extremely grateful to be doing this still and not giving up. Because most people just give up. It's too hard to work and not seeing no results. But see, that's the fun part. It's just kind of like that picture we've all seen with the iceberg, and how you only see a small part of the iceberg above the water. The rest of it's below the water. 2:12 on the clock. Half the manifestation is actually doing. Oh man. Throat chakra. Ugh. Yeah, half a manifestation is actually getting off your ass and doing something. Trust me. I had to have that conversation with myself many times. So it gets fun, that's for damn sure. It gets fun. Let's do one more. That should be good. Oh, and then we'll sit here and start to see what we got going on here for our little slice of the collective. Got the Empress. Like I said, are you starting to understand yourself better? Are you starting to realize that you have to get out of your comfort zone? Because I know I sure had that fucking realization this last week. Oh yeah. We can love ourselves all we want to, but in order to get shit done, you kind of gotta follow that gut. And if you need to get shit done, you gotta be able to follow that intuition. Hold on one second. Sorry, I was hearing what sounded like screaming. Very faint. But that's what you get when you live where I live. So it is what it is. You just power through it and move on. High Priestess. Following that gut. Just kind of like one of the last videos I had come through was talking about something that I needed to do, and so I'm doing it the best way I know how to. 4:44 on the clock. Nine of Cups. It came out in reverse, but that's because you're pondering. You're looking at stuff. You're sitting here. You may have had random past thoughts come up that you haven't thought about in years, that's shedding light on some stuff because of that brand new fresh start. But it's almost like you're having to whoa, god damn, 555 on the clock. That fucking was like a flashbang went off. Ten of Swords with the that was a nice sharp pain. Ten of Swords. It came out in the reverse, which tells me that with the Ten of Swords and the Chariot, you're looking back, and you're looking back at everything, and you're starting to realize what actually helped you and what actually did not help you. And because you're realizing this, you're able to move forward. You realize that it's not as bad yeah, it's the Queen of Wands came out in reverse, and that's because you you realize you're realizing exactly what's going on. You're realizing that Knight of Cups in reverse. You're realizing that it's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. And that was a big realization for myself over the course of the last 2 weeks. I'm not even gonna play. You realize that you are holding on to stuff that just it's not so much that it didn't serve you, it was an old line of thinking. Yeah, there's the High Priestess with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's an old line of thinking. And now you're following your gut. Now you're looking at something it's kind of like what we've all said from time to time of like, okay, like me. I'm an 80s baby. Okay, so naturally speaking, I was a child in the 80s, a teenager in the 90s. It's like, if we could go back then with the knowledge that we had now, type of thing. But if you really think about it, if you didn't go through what we went through, every single damn last one of us, the heartbreak, the bullshit, the piss poor jobs, the backstabbing, this, that, and the other. Like with me personally speaking, it was I was born and raised in a church, in a religion, baptized the whole 9 yards, because I was in essence a sheep. But then I started putting two and two together, and help of ADHD, I was able to kind of see through the bullshit. And once I was able to see through the bullshit and started following what made sense to me, and that's basically what you're doing. It's just it's just like I had a fucking horoscope thing come through, and it was talking about your inner child and stuff like that. And you're starting to actually see what's Nine of Pentacles. You're starting to see, and for those of us, it's in reverse. Don't care if it's in reverse or not. That don't mean nothing to me. Yeah, you're starting to see like with me, I'm having some issues currently speaking, and quite in all honesty, after the 15th, I'm not exactly for sure if I'm gonna be able to post any videos or not, because that funny thing of you have bills to pay, but you have no money to pay them. So, like with me, I started asking questions to certain people, started finding out little things I can do here and little things I can do there. But it's one of them things that like me, I have a really, 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 really bad habit of being too stubborn to ask for help. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a first decan Aquarius. But I'm slowly starting to ease up on that. So, yeah, no, it's literally the fact of you sitting here and understanding that it's not all you, but it's not also all them. There's underlining factors to, in essence, what's going on. It's like I was telling people, I know damn good and well I'm not the world's most perfectest employee. But on the same hand, if you're going to be doing a job, you better be doing the job right. So you're being able to sit here and look at stuff and see, with the Chariot, you see an opportunity. It's a small one, but it's a new opportunity nonetheless. All you have to do is apply yourself, regardless of what it is. The Tower just showed itself. You have to apply yourself. The Magician. It came out in reverse because some of you are starting to manifest it. Some of you are starting to look into something. Some of you are starting to do this. Kind of like me. I looked into 14:44 on the clock. I looked into what I had to look into yesterday. I got something else to try to go look into today. Wheel of Fortune. You're starting a brand new cycle, a cycle of you're going to start, you're understanding that it's kind of like the old cliche saying, closed mouths don't get fed. Like me, I don't specifically, I don't like asking for help. I don't. Henceforth, why you never hear me promoting my Cash App tag or my PayPal or, always constantly saying, hey, I do personal reads. Hey, I do this. Hey, I do that. All that information's down in the damn description box below. It's no different than a fucking like or a sub to me. Seriously. You have free will. You have the ability to choose what you're going to do. Plain and simple, just like I do. So why am I going to constantly, I'm going to thank people with each and every video because I'm very thankful, I'm very blessed, I'm very abundant in this area of my life. But like with me, I have to learn to accept help, ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. You have to get into a different mindset. You have to look at something from a different perspective. And that's what you're doing. Literally, that's what you're doing. You're manifesting it. You're getting off your ass. You understand that it's if you want easier waters, then you have to get off your ass to go do something. Lovers. That card's been coming out an awfully fucking lot. You love yourself. You love yourself and you're doing you. The star. What did I just say? You love yourself, you're doing you. Oh, for the High Priestess, come on now. Who are you playing with? Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands clarified by the Knight of Wands? And they're both going the exact same direction? That way? 1717. Come on now. You're doing what you have to do. You're getting out of your comfort zone. Some of us are just a little bit more stubborn and a little bit more hard-headed than others are. Page of Wands. You're holding that new beginning in the palm of your hand. It's just you're not used to it. So you feel small. Page of Cups. You're loving yourself because you understand that you can't do everything. Just like me, if I don't go and get that shit done today, because I woke up this morning and oh my hip is still fucking killing me. Took an anti-inflammatory, it's slowly starting to get up, but if I got any kind of pain, because I gotta go clear, I live on like basically more or less in the middle of town. I live right off one of the main drags, and the place I got to go to is on the east side of town, which is like an hour bus ride. Plus, I got to transfer buses. So if I'm not feeling up and running to sit there and not only walk, it's like 3 blocks from my front door down to the street to hit the bus. I'm not worried about the walk. I'm worried about walking. So you got to take all of this into account. Stand in your truth. Understand. Like me, yeah, I could have done all this shit long before now. And it's not so much really I'm hard-headed. It's just I'm a 44-year-old grown-ass adult male. Naturally speaking, my one thought is what? Working. So naturally, what am I going to do? I'm going to find a job. But that hasn't been... I have a job. I do this, but let's face the facts of reality. This don't pay the bills. At all. We got the Chariot again? I'm not bitching, but I'm just saying. I'm not that big of a reader. Got the Chariot? Yeah, you're moving. You're going. High Priestess, yet again, on the same pile nonetheless, and basically on top of the other one. A couple cards in between them. See, so much, it's not so much you're doing your work, you've already done your work, now you have to sit here and look at what the universe is pointing you towards. Plain and simple. Just like me, I have to keep my second phone on, and I'm going to have to start answering the damn thing because I have shit coming through. And I say I have shit coming through, and guess what? Page of Pentacles just popped out. Come on. Seriously. The offer is coming in. The offer for a better life. The offer for, yeah, Ten of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. You're done with that bullshit. The Fool. Yeah. You're understanding now. You're understanding this shit on a different level. Okay? You don't have to worry about the old shit because guess what? You're on that different level. You're on the different level to where you can sit there and you can start to think clearly. You can start to sit here and get clarity and get clarification and everything else. Five of Cups. Over the Ten of Cups? Come on. You're looking forward. And it's not so much, like I always say with this card, it's not so much that you're focused on this, which I mean, some of you may be. I mean, that is your God-given right. That is your free will. I wouldn't recommend it. But Tower on the bottom of the deck. With the Ten of Cups? Come on. You're looking at what you need to look at. Oh, I guess it didn't fall. You're looking at what you need to look at. You're understanding what you need to understand. You're protecting what you need to protect. You're not rushing into anything. There's no sense. It came out in reverse because in reality, half of it, there's no sense in looking outside of yourself because you've already done all that shit. But in the reality of the situation, yeah, you kind of need to look outside of yourself because the outside of yourself is going to give you the strength to sit there and do what you need to do 22:42 on the clock. Because like me, I'm a confident person. It just depends on the situation. And I don't mind new people, 22:55. I don't mind new people. I'm just really shy and I'm really, really, really cautious. Queen of Pentacles. Come on. You're sitting there, you're looking at everything. You're looking at what you have. You're looking at what you can be. You're looking at everything else. See what came out. You're looking and you're just like, okay, you're weighing out the good. It's not even so much the good and the bad. You're weighing out the old and the new. Now I can continue. You're weighing out the old and the new. You may be talking to somebody. You may be talking to somebody about this. Okay, I know I did. I'm not even gonna lie, I did. Oh shit, where'd this Four of Wands come from? That was the card that fell. Which, I mean, that makes sense too, because you're working on your stability. And it's even in the struggle position. It's on top of the Chariot, the Page of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So you're working on, you're figuring shit out. You're going, okay, I've never had to go down, like me, the stuff that I'm having to do now, no offense, I've never had to do before, because guess what? I've always had somebody with me, as in a relationship, that it was a traditional relationship. I worked, the woman sat there and did the woman thing. Minus the last one, and she actually was the one working and I was the one staying at home, which was really weird. But regardless, you know, you're understanding this shit on a completely different level. 24:44 on the clock. So, good for you. You're getting clarity. Now let's put it to use. Let's grow a set of balls and let's move forward. Like I tell you damn near every video, we're doing this shit together. I'm just the one in front of the damn camera. I'm the one that's got the balls of steel for this shit. That just don't really care what anybody else thinks about what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing this. I do this because I enjoy the way I do this. And plus, I'm different from anybody else I've seen out there. So, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to embrace. So, that's what I see what's going on. So, that's your read for the day after the full moon, we'll say. So we can see on how this shit's going and everything else. So, but until next time, my peeps, namaste.